Welcome to the Don't Call Me Midlife podcast.
Hi, Alix.
Hi, Nicole. How are you? How are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. My kids are back in their routine and I'm in a routine and oh my God, I'm feeling so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. We're both wearing like autumn colors.
Yes.
Out of my color scheme. I love it.
I love it. Is that part of your House of Color recommendation?
Yes. I was an autumn and I definitely thought I was going to be more of a winter. For people that know, you can get your colors done real quick and you have a color palette, right? And I wear a ton of pink, every shade of pink that I can imagine. And guess what? There ain't no pink in my color palette, unfortunately.
I thought there was one. Not even like a blush maroon type thing?
Okay, yeah. There is like the blush, like dusty rose, right? A coral. Okay.
Yeah.
But so I'm trying to wear more of this like chocolate brown, what is this called? Army green.
Yeah. But you know what? Pink and chocolate brown is beautiful. So you can still wear your favorite color.
Okay, good. Because I've been sort of sad about it. So thank you for your fashion advice.
You're very welcome.
What's in your cup today?
Oh, you know what? I have some bone broth. Remember when we had Coach Amber B on our show?
Yes.
I'm taking her advice and I have some bone broth. So I'm getting my protein and honestly, it's delicious. I have to drink it out of a mug because it just kind of grosses me out, like, because I get the cartons. So I have to put it in a mug. And it has to be glass. So that's what I'm drinking. What's in your cup?
Wait, what? Did you get the brand that she recommended, that kettle brand?
Yes, I love it. Yes, it's so good. Thank you. Thanks, Amber. What's in your cup?
Thanks, Amber. I do not have bone broth. I have coffee. Lots of coffee, no surprise. I went to go see Madonna last night.
Yes.
And it was pretty epic, I have to say. And I hope that everyone who's listening, all the ladies, know Madonna.
Oh, yes.
Because if you
I
don't...
do not know Madonna. Yeah.
Well, if you don't, you're listening to the wrong podcast. How about let's just say that. She was pretty epic. And so, but she didn't go on until 10:30 and she was on until 12:30. So I didn't get home until like 2. And so, I'm just drinking lots of coffee today, but I think I'm still amped up from the concert. And she just played all those traditional songs that just made you feel good, made me think of when I was a tween. And so it was worth it. It was worth it. If you have an opportunity to go see it.
What was your favorite song that she sang?
I think Express Yourself was really, really good because she did it more like an acoustic version of it. And I mean, you can definitely tell she's 65 years old, right? She's not Taylor Swift. She's not like jumping around the dance floor, but I was so impressed with what she did do. And her dancers are amazing. She still has that that special quality about her, right? Like
it's her energy, right?
It's her energy. She's sexy. She's sensual. Like she is such a good older midlife lady, I guess. And she really owns it. Like they did a lot of flashbacks of what she has done in the past, which was controversial, right? For some people, but I loved how she just, well, not anymore. It's not really that big of a deal, but she really, I love how she stuck to her guns and just owned what she was doing, whether it was controversial or not. So it was fun to look back. I mean, I love Material Girl. They did something with Michael Jackson. It was so good. It was so good. So I'm drinking lots of coffee, Nicole. So I'm good with that today. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we could talk about Madonna this whole period.
Yes, we could.
But we're not going to, unfortunately. We're going to talk about our nighttime routines, right? Yeah. I'm really curious to know what Madonna's nighttime routine is. I mean, wouldn't you like to know? It's probably somewhere in the world.
She's probably, is she high maintenance? I always wonder with celebrities, are they super high maintenance and have all these expensive, rituals, or are they just pretty simple? I don't know. You can go both ways, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Jennifer Garner probably has a very simple routine, right? Very earthy, just calming stuff. Whereas I do think Madonna would have a very high maintenance routine. I mean,
She's like slapping Lemaire on her feet, probably.
Probably.
Sure.
You know how people have like mists for their face? She's probably like, it's like the whole bathtub and she's just like dunked. But
she has like instead of like a personal she has instead of like personal umbrella holder, she has like a personal like lavender mister at night probably person.
Oh, for sure. Like they set their alarm and they go and like mist her face.
Yeah.
And yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. No, I think nighttime routines are something that when I was in my 20s and 30s, again, I did not know what a nighttime routine was. That was not something we as moms talked about when our kids were younger. Do you remember that? It was more about like, what are our kids' bedtime routines? What are our kids' rituals? You know, I was so
I don't think I
focused on
talked
that.
about myself. Yeah.
No,
On
I was
theirs?
like, I just need to get to bed. Like, I
Yeah.
just need sleep, and any amount that I can get, I think would be good, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've had one for a long time. I think it's just because I worked in cosmetics when I was in my 20s. So
Okay.
it was just kind of like in me and it became like second nature. But I don't remember a lot of people talking about it when I was younger.
No,
For
and that's
sure.
one of the
But
things
now,
we
yes.
yeah, I mean,
Yes.
and that's what we love about midlife, right, Nicole? Is like
Yeah.
this is an opportunity for us to really think about how we want our body to feel good and giving us the time to do that. Like
Yeah.
if you asked me 2 years ago to talk about nighttime routines, I personally wouldn't even know what to say.
Right. Yes, I do think my nighttime routine has evolved from just like certain skincare to like honestly like turning a fan on to lower the temperature of the room. Like there's certain things that I need, you know, in it's not like it's in an order like but I do need certain things other than just like a good skincare and retin-A. So,
You know what's so
that's
funny is
different.
I love that we're talking about this because when even now, right now in this moment, talking about my nighttime routine, I was so excited to talk about it today because I've got some
Mhm.
things, but skincare was not on my nighttime routine at all. I did not even think about that.
Did you wash your face?
I do, but it's like
Yeah.
that's not a huge part of my nighttime routine. So I'm glad that
Mhm.
you have a very detailed skincare because I do think skincare changes as we get older, right?
Yes, introducing new things, different vitamins,
Oh,
all the things.
oh.
And yeah.
I'm like, wow,
Surprise. Yeah.
this is like an educational episode, Nicole, too.
Yes, vitamin C, vitamin A, like should they go together? Like those are things that I think
Are things that are good. Well,
yes.
so, it is the new year. So I do feel like people are trying to jump on this bandwagon of
Mhm.
probably new routines, new habits. We both sort of Googled midlife, good nighttime routines. And one thing I'll say before we talk about it is I probably recommend not doing that. Because one of the things that I found is like the 20-step process to a nighttime routine. Like, I don't care
Yeah.
how old you are. No one's got any time for 20 steps, right? So,
No. At
no,
least I don't. I don't.
no. Maybe,
Or if
maybe
I do,
when, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd really want 20 steps. I may forget those steps, right?
yeah. Yeah.
So, tell me what you Googled and what you saw. Like, what is out there? What is the information out there for midlife ladies of how we should be having our nighttime routine?
Okay. So this I'm looking at okay, wait a second. Is 616 a Boston area code or is it
616? No.
Yeah. Okay. Never
617.
mind. Okay. This is besides the point. It comes from Holland Hospital. It was like conquering sleep changes during midlife. And they have a couple recommendations. And one of them was lowering the room temperature and take a hot bath. I don't know. The both lower your body temperature. So I'm not sure. I didn't think taking a hot bath would lower your body temperature, but that's what Holland Hospital says. Buying new pajamas, wearing something breathable.
Okay. That's good advice. I like
Yes.
that. I like that.
It says
I'm
it will
a
help
big
you
well, you know what, Nicole? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
Let's talk about what you wear to bed. Is that too personal?
No. No, not at
Okay.
all.
What do you wear to bed? Because that's a good thing that maybe some of the ladies want to know. I know some of my friends wear just undergarments, some wear just
Yeah.
t-shirts, somewhere. I'm really particular about what I wear to bed. So tell me what you wear to bed.
I'm not that particular. It depends how cold I am, I'll be honest. But I do have a friend that will only wear shirt dresses. And I'll tell you what, I cannot wear a shirt dress. You know, like
What's
just
a shirt dress?
like a long t-shirt, like one that like, looks like a
A
t-shirt
nightgown?
up top. Is that what
A
they're
nightgown? A
I'm calling
nightgown?
it a
A
kerchief.
shirt dress? You're like from the 1920s or something. I think it's a nightgown.
I don't know. It looks like a long t-shirt. Okay. It's like
Okay.
cap sleeves and it goes down to her knees. And I can't wear that. I have to wear something that like goes between my thighs. So whether it's like shorts or a long pair of pants, like that's my only thing. I'll wear like tank tops, t-shirts, bralette. Well, I won't wear a bralette, but just something comfy and breathable. I did get a pair of pajamas from you and the girls when I did your talk, and I do love those. I love the material. It's like a cotton modal type bamboo material.
Yeah.
But it's long sleeves, and unless it's freezing in my room, like in the summer, it's probably not something I would wear in the summer. But I do like to be very cold. Like I like the room to be cold, and I like a lot of blankets. So
Oh, I like that. Like I like my pillow to be cold. So I'm a
yeah.
big jammy person. Like the jammies I sent Nicole were from Victoria's Secret. And there are matching jammies. Like I love matching jammies, and those are my favorite. I've bought a lot of different jammies, but I give those a lot as gifts because I love those. So matching jammies, send us your recommendations. They're so cute.
So cute.
You look so cute. And they have short ones too. They have long sleeve, short sleeve,
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, I interrupted you about the jammy thing.
No, that's okay. I think I'm done. The only thing, I'm not allowed to wear socks to bed. Okay, this is my husband's thing. Yeah, I love
What?
my feet are always cold, and I like to put lotion on my feet, and I don't want I don't want my like lotion to like get into the sheets. So sometimes I put socks on, and Jerry's like, that's a hard no. So
do we wonder why? That's super sexy, Nicole. Yes, wearing socks to bed is something.
It's not like sexy time. It's like this is my sleep time. So like
well, you know what?
Yeah.
That is something that is important, and I think something that I've realized about nighttime routines. Like my goal for the nighttime routine is to actually get good quality sleep, right? Because with our hormones and being in perimenopause, like there are nights where you're up at 3 a.m. I mean, I'm not sweating yet or anything, but like my mind as a mom, also my mind is always racing. So is the goal of your nighttime routine it's like to maximize the best sleep you can, right?
Yeah. And to look
That's mine.
more youthful.
Okay. I've never thought about that. Oh.
Yeah. Rested, skincare for smoother skin. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think about it in that way. So I like that. A lot of the things
you don't love it, but you like it.
I like it. I think I love it. I'm going to think about it now. That's a good purpose. A lot of the things I said, I read on Google are not really realistic. It's like, you gotta, I think it's so restricting. Like, oh, you can't eat this time. You have to wear those blue light or whatever they're called glasses. Like you can't watch Netflix. I think for the nighttime routine, it's about finding what works for you and maybe throwing a little bit of spaghetti against the wall and figuring it out. Right.
Yes. I mean, I am a good sleeper. I have never had an issue. I can fall asleep on an airplane. I can take a nap on a drop of a, pin or whatever that expression is. So sleep has never been an issue for me. I just like certain things, like the room cold, and I do like to have lotions on and stuff, but
can you sleep on like in a car ride on the airplane? Like, could you sleep on an airport chair? Like, yes? No?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I'm with you. Okay. I didn't know we had that in common, actually. I could just lay down.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can like nap anywhere. I could like lay down right here on my floor and just take a nap. If I'm really tired. Okay. Good. That's a good quality to have.
Yes. Because everybody in my house is a terrible sleeper. Terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
we're good. Like
Yes.
we're like good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about we've talked a lot about some of these things that maybe don't work, right?
Mhm.
You also don't have to have all these things. I think it's, figure out what works for
Right.
you. So tell me some of your nighttime routines that you love or things that you want to change. Let's talk about you for a sec.
Oh, geez. Something I would want to change. Well, I'll tell you what my nighttime routine is. Okay. After
Yeah.
everyone doesn't need mom anymore and it's just me, I'll go in the bathroom and I will make sure to wash my face. And then I will apply my skincare products. So I use, if I'm not doing like a full skincare routine, I'll just wash my face and put some retin-A on, which is a vitamin
Yep.
A. And
Yep.
then wait a little bit and put on some moisturizer. But if I'm not, I don't want to do retin-A every night. Then I will wash my face, use a vitamin C serum. I will use an eye cream and then a moisturizer. So that is my nighttime face, and put a little moisturizer on my neck. And
A
then
lot.
I'll put, yeah,
A lot.
yeah,
Let's
a
just
lot.
clarify.
Is that a lot?
I do a lot. No, I do a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? Your skin is like, it's like a sponge, it can only absorb so much. So, if you overdo it, it's just going to sit on your skin. So I don't know what
Huh.
your routine is. We'll dive into that. We'll dive into that. And then I put pajamas on. I like a dark room. If Jerry's home, he likes to watch TV. So I'm not a big TV person. I can't really fall asleep with the TV on. But what else do I do? It sounds
Wait,
so
do you have a
boring.
TV in your bedroom?
Yeah, do you?
No.
Ugh, I'm so jealous.
I know. You know why? I will just tell you a little secret that we just have never had one because we thought it would be less romantic, I guess.
Oh my.
But I told Alex when
Yeah.
we moved back into our house that I wanted to put a TV on a little rolling cart, like in like the library used to bring out the rolling cart, and he's like, "No, we are not doing that. I
Oh my
really
God.
want a TV in the bed because I love that, but I know it'd be a bad habit, you know."
Yeah. I mean, if Jerry's working overnight, the TV never comes on. Like, and he's like,
Yeah.
I need to better my sleep hygiene, and so I guess maybe sleep hygiene is a good word to put out there. Like
I
healthy
like
sleep
that.
habits. Healthy sleep
Yeah.
habits. Yeah. I try to go to bed around the same time every night. And then
What time?
I like to be like 10. I don't like to,
Oh,
because I need to, I get up at 5:30. So I need like a certain amount of time every night. You can text me, like I won't hear it. I'm a heavy, heavy sleeper. But yeah, I like my pillows cool. And when I sleep on my side. I have to have a blanket on my shoulder. But that's it really. Wait, before I go to sleep though, I do write in my book from Mel Robbins, the High Five Habit. I know
uh-huh.
some people I know some people journal and do all that in the morning, but I am a night person because I like to set myself up for the next day. And what I
I
would
like
like to
that.
change about myself is I would like to maybe put some clothes out the night before. So in the morning, I can just get dressed and go. Because sometimes I just like wake up and like I start my day and I'm still in pajamas. And then I'm like, oh, kids, we got 5 minutes. And then I go and I'm like, what am I going to wear? So I think maybe I'll start putting clothes out.
That's a good idea, especially if you're someone that actually wants to like work out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big like visual cue person, so if you're someone that wants to work out, it's awesome to put out your workout clothes to remind you to work out too.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
Well, sometimes I put workout clothes on and I don't work out. So
Well-
there's that. That's my morning routine. I gotta tighten that up for sure.
We'll do a different podcast about mornings. That's we'll do that.
Yeah.
So the amount of sleep you need is interesting.
Yeah.
Like how many hours do you need?
I mean, ideally like 7,
Huh.
8 hours, I think would be good for me. Yeah.
Has that changed since you've gotten older, or have you always been like that?
I've always been like that. I've never been one to function on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Actually, they trigger migraines for me. So that's why I'm like,
Oh.
I protect my sleep time because if I don't, like get enough sleep within like a day or two, I definitely get a headache. So, yeah, I usually write
That's
like,
good.
I have like a to-do list. I do my high five, like, you know, a little, it's not really journaling. It's just kind of like a
It's
recap
like
of the
a
day.
it's like a celebration of you, though. We love that journal, the
Yeah.
Mel Robbins high five, because
Yeah.
you're reflecting on your day, which I like that you do that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then, usually during it, we'll like try and catch up, talk a little bit, spend some time together, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
And then really that's it. Like I don't really, I don't think it's too high maintenance, but definitely like skincare and that like getting set for the day, the high five journal. And then sometimes if I have energy while he's watching a show or hockey, I'll read a little bit. So
Oh, that's good for you.
I've been on a reading kick lately. I read 4 books in the month of December.
That's like more than your whole year, right?
I know, it really was. I like binge, and my kids, they're like at an age where they're just independent, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm not going to sit here and clean, and like if we were home, I'm like, let me just read. I should have been doing work stuff, but I was like really into some good stories.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my
I like that.
Yeah. What's yours?
Well, I actually never really thought about this that deeply until midlife, right? Until I realized that when you say that you valued your sleep, I actually remember thinking, that's so weird that people need sleep, right? So,
Yeah.
because I am one that can function on less sleep. Like, look at me now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it every day, but I think in midlife it catches up with you. So I have
Yes.
set some boundaries, right, around my sleep. And I was super excited. It was one of those goals. I did use the new year to sort of start a new routine and thinking about a new routine. For me, I love how your routine involves like a lot of what you do to go to sleep. A lot of my routine is more what I do before I even go upstairs for me to like calm my brain a little bit. So it's like I have to pick up my office. I pick up the house. I put the dishes away, or I set the dishwasher. I also do, which is probably not surprising, is a bit of meal prep for the next day. So I will lay out the ingredients of what I'm making for dinner the next day. I'll look at my menu. Maybe I'll put something in the bread maker for the morning. I will set the table for breakfast. I will lay out the breakfast for the kiddos. Anything that doesn't involve.
That's amazing. No, I love this. I feel like I used to be more like this when the kids were smaller, but now I'll wake up earlier and I'll do a load of dishes and I'll get the laundry going and like clean up certain areas. So, but before that used to be my nighttime routine.
Right. That's what my nighttime routine is. And I do my, I think organizing your day, having your to-do list, looking at your schedule, sort of anticipating the day is good. I recently, then I go upstairs, right?
Yeah.
So
how long does that all take?
Oh, it's like 30 minutes. I mean, it's not that long.
Okay.
I'm pretty quick. I'm pretty quick with that. But just so everything's in order, like, you read the quotes that are like, oh, you're a good mom if you like leave the laundry undone or dishes in the sink. Like, that's not me, right? That makes me a little stressed.
Yeah.
So
that has become me. Because it used to stress me out, the dishes. Yeah. And now I'm like, I'm just going to leave them there. Like, even if it's 3 days and they're going to do it all. So now they're more on top of it. So, but that was really hard for me. Yeah. But I know where that's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think once I go upstairs, I mean, I'm similar. I don't have a huge I don't have a huge skincare routine, but what I'm trying to do is not watch Netflix in bed because we don't have a TV in bed, but not watch TV before bed. So I am trying to read a little bit more and sort of rest my mind a little bit and lower the lights. Alex always has the lights lowered, and it used to bother me because he said he has light eyes. So he needs the lights lowered. I don't know if that's a real thing.
It is.
Because well, I'm not going to tell him that I know that because I'm just like making fun of him for that. Yeah. I'm like, why is it like it's like we're on a romantic dinner? Like, why is it so low? But I do think that like your circadian rhythm, it's like
Yeah.
nice to sort of quiet that down. I do love baths. I could take a bath every single night. I do love baths with Epsom salts, and I do love
Yeah.
that. So I do that as much as I can, actually, even in the middle of the week if I can. I'm trying to get in bed around 10 and then fall asleep around 10:30 because I wake up at 6:30. So
Yeah.
just really valuing that. I don't know about eating or drinking before I go to bed, or, I mean, alcohol definitely affects my sleep a lot more lately,
Oh,
even
yeah.
like one glass of wine. So being just more conscious and more intentional about that, because nothing feels better than waking up and you're like, I just had the best night's sleep of my life, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That actually happened to my son, and he was like, wow. And my husband's like, see, your mom and I know what we're talking about. But yeah, it just
Right.
feels, I don't know. You've got more color in your skin. You got a pep in your
Yes.
step. You're ready to
Totally.
conquer it all. Yes. I wish I
Yes.
could feel like that every day.
Every day, but we're trying. We're doing the best we can, right?
Yes, I agree. Like, there's nothing like a good night's sleep. Okay, so I know there's one thing that you recently told me about that I think we should tell our friends here is
Yeah.
the hat,
Ah,
right?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Nicole. I called Nicole. I'm like, it's like day 2 and I'm obsessed with this hatch thing already. So what it basically is like an adult nightlight. I feel like you could use it for adults or kids. I actually showed John about it. And it looks very like neutral. So it's not this like bright, neon pink light in your room. And it's shaped like a sunset or a sunrise, right? So, and what it does is it talks about your rhythm of waking up and falling asleep by the sunrise or the sunset. So, and it has all these settings where you can decide what color it is, how bright it is, and it wakes you up naturally. And this actually really works because I've done this in the morning. And then you can decide, like at night, you can add in a little 5-minute meditation. In the morning, you could add in some like birds chirping or, whatever your thing is. There's so much customization to it. That fact of waking up naturally, I just didn't think it had that much power.
Yeah.
But even in the past, like when I went to Madonna last night, I was literally thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to ruin my nighttime routine, which it did, right? But I was like excited about going to bed and doing that. So I love the hatch.
Yeah.
I got it. It was a Christmas present to myself. I highly recommend it. It's awesome. It's so
amazing.
good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to get it and introduce it into my nighttime routine.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
So good. So good. I loved all the tips that you gave us today for the nighttime routine. This was really fun talking about it. This is why I think talking about our morning routine will be fun too.
Yeah, I think my morning routine is much more regimented.
Mine's less. Mine's much less.
Oh, I'm like, I drink my coffee and then I'm like, okay. Like this morning, I literally drank coffee and I'm like, okay. And Jerry's like, I know what okay means. I'm like, yes,
it's go time.
Go. It's go time. Like roadrunner time.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. No, I'm definitely the opposite of that because I do all the stuff at night. So it's like,
yeah.
So that'll be interesting to talk to. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some of it, but it'll be a surprise. But
okay. Stay tuned for next week. We'll talk about it next week.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I will see you next week, Alex.
Okay.
Get some sleep
good.
after. Enjoy your nighttime routine.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Wow.
Okay. I know you got to go. All right.
That was really loud. So let's talk about all the good unsolicited advice or something like that.
Okay. Well, we have our little thing. My unsolicited advice. Like what time is it, right? Okay. So there was a lot of good advice through this. So let's cherry pick our unsolicited advice. So my unsolicited advice to you is think about your nighttime routine. Maybe you've never even really thought about it. And then try to have one because it just like it sets that good sleep hygiene and it signals your body like, oh, it's time to sleep. Like if you have issues with going to sleep. But it does help to have a routine as you get older because this is really going off topic, but things happen and let's just say you develop dementia or you have a stroke. Those those routines will become muscle memory. If you could see your face right now, I took a dark turn with the unsolicited advice.
Okay, so we're looking way into the future. Nicole is looking into the future. So what you do today will help you when you're 80 years old. So that's good advice, Nicole. That's good advice. Yes. I do like that.
Okay. You're welcome.
That really took a turn.
All right. Maybe that's like mic drop. I don't know.
Okay, Alex.
Well,
let's lighten it up a little bit.
Mine was going to be similar, but I think if you're going to think about your nighttime routine, maybe just change one thing at a time. I read all these articles and it's like very overwhelming to me of like, do all this stuff. Right. And it, my philosophy is if you're going to make a change, do it habit stacking, right? If you're going to follow 20 steps, you know how that long that's going to last is like 5 of them, right? It's not going to last that long. So like figure out what works. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to work for you. So figure out how you can end your day. You do deserve to end your day in like a calm way. And however that looks for you, own it. And I think also part of it is when I started this nighttime routine, I didn't mention this earlier, is I sort of talked to Alix about it, right? And I was like, this is what I want to do. And I was a little scared because he's like, you're a crazy person. But, he was like, I appreciate that and I respect that. And so maybe your spouse's nighttime routine is a little bit different than yours. And that's okay, because if you guys are in the same room or sleep in the same room like we do, it's you can't just start this whole nighttime routine without sort of telling your spouse about it. So I think in a roundabout way, it's connecting with your spouse about your nighttime routine. And
you're so good at that.
My goal would be to like have Alix be on the same routine, right? That would be like my dream, but we'll see. Right. He's like, what did you buy now? The hatch?
Well, I can guarantee Jerry will never put lotion on his feet and wear socks. So that's already out the window.
All right. Well, good. Have a good night and continue on that journey. All right.
Yes. Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.